Hello everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for this upcoming week of November the 12th through November the 18th, 2023. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the Autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm an intuitive counselor, as well as being a mentor, as I help others to connect or reconnect to their divine, eternal natures. This way they can have the clarity and have the direction to create their own heaven on earth. If you're interested in finding out more about my services and my award-winning books, please do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can always phone 831-277-3716, and that's Eastern Standard Time. I'd like to thank all those people who have made donations to my PayPal account for my free content. If you'd like to donate, I have left my PayPal link in the description box down below with all of my contact details. Now, here on Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, yes, we pull runes, oracle cards, and tarot cards. But before we do any of that, we investigate the astrological heavens to see what planetary events are going on that are affecting us. Well, the really big news is that on November the 4th, Saturn, the Lord of Karma, and the hard taskmaster planet that often teaches us through very difficult and challenging lessons, it finally stationed direct, moving forward after being 5 months in retrograde. And you know, when, like Mercury goes retrograde, it doesn't go whoop and turn around and go forward straight away. It takes a while for it to start moving forward, and the same thing with Saturn. Now, my angelic family, who I am part of, is Angel Ariel. We're called the Posse of Angels. The Posse of Angels is sharing that much of the clearing that we did when Saturn was in retrograde, this had to do with the trauma of our inner child wounds, of not being worthy of being loved for exactly who we are, and not being deserving of being wealthy and being financially stable. If you're feeling an overwhelming urge to purge, well, you can thank the Lord of Karma moving forward, because it's now making space for those relationships, those new beginnings around work and career to manifest for the next part of your journey. On November 8th, and this is going through the weekend, we have had massive solar flares flooding into our DNA, upgrading our light bodies. As a result, many in the collective were feeling dizzy, tired, completely unable to think straight, not being able to focus, and feeling quite emotionally out of sorts. It's vastly important over this weekend, put your bare feet on the earth. You can even lie down on the ground. Allow these light codes to integrate and surrender to this process. The more you surrender to it, the easier, and the more you surrender to it and rest, the easier it's going to be. Now, also on the 8th, Venus entered its sign of Libra, and these energies were helping us to turn our attention to being grateful and appreciative for all the blessings and the beauty surrounding us. Some might feel motivated to change their wardrobe, spruce up their living spaces by redecorating or rearranging the furniture. We could be changing our hairstyles or the way we beautify ourselves. With Libra also being the sign of the diplomat, we could find ourselves being more understanding and in greater harmony when we're dealing with others in legal issues and signing contracts and agreements. But today, we have an absolutely magical day of November 11th, or the 1111 portal. And the posse of angels is saying, go ahead, make a wish, or make wishes. For this is one of the luckiest days of the year. It carries special codes to help us as spirit in human form to awaken us to our divine, eternal natures. While some say that it can be associated with our twin flame connections, or the seeing of the number acts as a friendly hello to our angels and spirit guides and ancestors across the veil, its general meaning is that we are on the right path. And with it being a magical number, it can also indicate manifestation and that what we are asking for is coming our way. Coming up in 2 days' time, on November 13th, we have a new moon in Scorpio. This one is acting like a cosmic reset button, helping us to welcome the rebirthing of our soul. No less than that, with this new moon closely conjunct its fiery determined ruler planet Mars. Well, the posse of angels is suggesting that we howl at the moon, we bay, or at least call out to the moon with great conviction. This is what I really, 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 really want in my life. And of course, then following the laws of attraction, feeling as though it is already yours. Our desires are the most powerful force in the universe, and as I've often shared with my clients, the universe desires whatever we desire, and it wishes to manifest those desires through us. But most of the time, we are our own worst enemy by not really believing that we could ever have what we want, or by compromising our lives by not telling the universe what we most deeply desire. And we continually change our minds as to what we desire most. It's vastly important to become aware of what you want, for that is the very first step. Now, the new moon in Scorpio is our celestial opportunity to become crystal clear about the nature of our deepest desires, and Scorpio's transformative energies will initiate a powerful co-creative journey with the universe to bring this into our reality. You know, if this was not enough, we have yet another energy at play. For also on the 13th, the sun aligns opposite Uranus, the planet of awakening and surprises. Uranus often shakes things up in our lives, awakening us to new possibilities. This alignment can be very inspirational, and it can help us to find solutions to open doors that were previously closed for us. But the posse of angels is cautioning us that with Uranus's surprising energies, our world can be suddenly turned upside down, making us feel scattered, as many will now be presented with actioning changes in their lives. This is especially true after Saturn was retrograde for 5 months, when things came to a complete halt and stopped movement in our lives. But when things start up again, with Uranus bringing in surprises, we could be beside ourselves trying to prioritize different things that are opening up for us now. During this powerful energetic surge of a week ahead, the posse of angels wish for us to say, trust your instincts. It's giving us a heads up to watch out for and welcome destined meetings for our soul's greatest service, bringing in fated new beginnings. From now until the end of the year, we are entering what's known as strawberry season, when our lives are upgrading tenfold. It's bringing us to where our soul is not only meant to be, but it's bringing us also where our soul deserves to be. And to that, the posse of angels and I are giving a hallelujah and an amen to that. And for many For many out there who have been tested beyond belief over the last 5 months, the posse of angels wish for us to know that we're not only going to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but our card from the Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle deck to start off with is the Death card. It's number 53 or 8. And its message is of a natural, timely ending, releasing us so that we can be liberated. It's a very blunt confirmation that the time of travail will be over for many in the collective. When the 8 is turned on its side, we have the infinity symbol signifying coming out of one cycle and starting a new journey. Now, the posse of angels is sharing with us that just like leaves fall every autumn for new leaves to be showcased in the spring, we are being made ready to make room for the new coming into our lives. And they are reminding us to let go of the old, not begrudgingly, but lovingly, gently, and willingly. And when we do this with this energy, then we willingly and lovingly and kindly and gently bring the new into our lives. So, a lot of people fear the Death card, whether in tarot or oracle decks. The posse of angels do wish us to know that in the majority of cases, this does not mean a physical death, although in some cases it could. But more than not, this generally means the ending of a cycle so that we can begin a new one. And while I usually pull, whoops, lost my earbud. Get in there. And while I usually pull only one rune, the posse of angels wished for these 2 runes to come and make an appearance. Our first rune is the rune Unjo. It's the rune of joy, and it's the rune of light. The posse of angels is saying that with this momentous new moon in Scorpio, many in the collective will begin to see a brilliant light at the end of the tunnel, and they are laughing, and they're saying, no, it won't be the train coming towards them, but it'll be that of breakthroughs and blessings. For Wunjo always, always, always foretells a time of harvest and blessings when the travails, challenges, and trials of life have come to an end. And we've not only come to an end of an arduous journey, but more importantly, we've come to know ourselves deeply and authentically through our challenges. Wunjo is a rune of joy and light, but it is also a rune of restoration. When our soul's self has been through those trials, but now it is aligned with our divine, eternal nature, and joy accompanies new energy, which was blocked before. But that light can now stream into our lives. Coming out with that rune was this one. Not surprised? This is Sawela. This is the rune of wholeness. And our life force within and the sun returning to our lives. I love that. For many in the collective, well, the Wunjo is that rune of light, and Sawelu is the sun. That's why they wanted both of these runes to come out together. For many in the collective, with all that we've integrated and co-created to endure, this marks a time of transformative regeneration down to our very cellular level. This time is divine to flow into wholeness and also joy. So that is beautiful. Then I went to my Enchanted Map Oracle cards. And this is the first one that came out. And then I pulled a clarifier with my Angel Healing House Tarot deck. Very interesting story that came out. The first card that came out is Dry Desert, and it's a number 4. It's asking if your life has been presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing. We might feel like that we're on a difficult journey through an endless dry desert. This certainly was the case for many with Saturn in retrograde for 5 months. And we're only 1 week out of it, moving direct. Remember, it takes a while to move forward. This card is reminding us that there are times when we are meant to be challenged, when all is taken away from us to become resilient by journeying through harsh circumstances. Just like there's life in the desert, down below the surface, we are being asked to go deep within ourselves, to find the strength to endure, and to know that things always change. The clarifier for dry desert is Temperance. Now, I said underneath the surface is life, underneath the surface is water, and look at that cascade of water coming down. The rainbow is the sign of hope in the tarot. It's also the sign of wishes coming true. And the angel, traditionally shown in the Temperance card, is alchemically mixing something in unforeseen. The angel is mixing something that's unforeseen that will bring life to the desert. So they want you to know, find ways, if you're in a dry desert, find ways that you can renew your hope and your faith. That spirit does know what's best for you. Remember, we are in a co-creative dance with spirit. Nothing happens to us. We co-create for things to happen for our soul's greatest growth. And when we're going through challenging times and we're enduring trials and challenges, difficult times, it doesn't help for us to see ourselves as a victim. Accept what you cannot control. Release this, and then open yourself to receive in the way Spirit wants your soul to receive. But when this card came out as clarifier to dry desert, they gave me the word hope. And for you to put your emphasis on things being mixed, the connections of people, the being offered of new opportunities or new information that will get us out of that dry desert. Beautiful. Next card that was coming in for us is this card. It is the card of movement. It's 28, and it's 2 and 8 is 10, which is a 1 card. Now, our next message is to tell us that after a period of restriction in the dry desert, many are about to come up to a time of very positive movement forward. This will present many in the collective with a stage of new adventures and new discovery. Some might say a new discovery about ourselves. Some might even feel compelled to travel, to take a trip, to move homes, to change careers. The posse of angels wish us to know that regardless of anything else, we can't remain where we are anymore, as we feel compelled to move forward, remembering that this will be a time of breakthroughs and blessings. Many will see their dreams taking form, and doors that were previously shut will now begin to open as if by magic. The posse of angels is showing me the windmill If you go in, there's a windmill on the back of the ostrich. And the ostrich runs like the wind. It's a very, very fast runner. And there's even a hot air balloon. These are all signifying movement, that the winds of change are finally blowing in. And they're asking us, where? Where will you permit yourself to let go and allow the winds of destiny to move you forward now? Just ask yourself that. Where are you willing to let go? Next card. Oh, and the clarifier for that card was the Magician card. And the Magician card with that movement forward card is now we will be given all that we need. We'll be given all the information, all the knowledge, all the communication that we need to alchemically and magically bring in fulfilled wishes and the life that our heart desires, or our heart wishes to manifest for us. And there's the wonderful, wonderful Magician card. I've been asked by people, what is de magie e in vobis mean? The Latin along the magician's table, and it means the magic is within you. Next, our third part of this story, after we've been in the dry desert, after we start to experience that movement forward, then we go to the number 23, the number 5 of change, which is the Golden Palace. This card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, abundance, prosperity, entering a time of happiness, joy, and wholeness that is long overdue. What were the 2 runes that came out? Wholeness and joy. And celebrating that cycle that we were in has been karmically completed, and now we are stepping in to a very brand new cycle. Perhaps with so many experiencing financial hardships, many have learned that their self-worth and their identity is not found in what they monetarily or materially have, but it's found in who we are, how authentically we live our lives, and what is most important is how much love, kindness, generosity of spirit we share with others. And what came out as a clarifier is the 3 of Pentacles. This is being recognized by our soul family for the work that we do, for the contribution that we make. Some would say financially remunerated for our gifts and our talents and our ability. And they want us to know that this golden palace that is being given to us is divinely orchestrated by the hand of the Holy Spirit, by God. It's destined for us. So don't try to push this. Don't let your expectations and attachments by receiving conditionally how and when it's supposed to come in. And they want us to know that the 3 is the number of miracles and creation. So I hope all that's been helpful for you. I want to wish everyone an absolutely beautiful week ahead. Go out and fashion a beautiful week for yourself. Remember that you can follow me on Blog Talk Radio, as my Angel Healing House Blog Talk Radio show airs every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 10 a.m. And you can even phone in for a free mini angel reading if you're lucky enough to get on the show. I'm wishing you love and, as always, angel blessings, and I look so forward to speaking with you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.